Okay, so welcome back to my channel, Shin here, and before we get into the actual video, I just want to say I apologize for not uploading for a very long time. I've just been very busy, to say the least, and without getting too much into it, let's just say I crossed a major milestone in my life, but I do aim to address it in a separate video. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Yeah, back to the actual video. Welcome back to my channel, folks. Shin here, and oh my god, brother, when I tell you I am excited, I mean I am excited. I just got done off of watching the Bleach movie, 1000 Year Blood War final season, first 3 episodes in cinema, and boy was it a blast to see. I had all sorts of emotions running through me when I was watching it. Part sadness, part happiness, part excitement, and all sorts of other emotions just running through me as I was watching it. Man, when I tell you they knocked it out of the park, I actually do mean with all sincerity and honesty that they actually knocked it out of the park, like no joke, not even a joke thing. I suppose let's just get right into it. Yeah, to begin, the quality of it, I actually was not expecting it to look and feel as good as it did. I'm no joke, the movie was actually like cinema like, or movie like rather. The animation quality, the lighting, and the overall production level was astonishingly good. I actually did not see that coming at all, especially off of, I believe, what was it, Core 2? There was a Core 3 where it was a little bit, jaggy, and yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that, but they really picked it up from last season, I believe. And yeah, the movie was absolutely amazing. Obviously, I'm in the UK, so obviously, as you would expect, there's you don't really get as much hollering and whatnot, in our cinemas. But I was that one weirdo that was just there, like getting excited and just like yo. Like, for example, when I saw what's it called again? When I saw my man Urahara, hit his bankai. Before my man could finish, I was just there like, yo, Benny, he bankai, Benny, he, and yo, everyone just started saying it with me. It was so fun. Obviously, yeah, it's just sort of culture over here. We don't, no, everyone just kind of, quiet to themselves. But it just takes that one person to kind of break the ice, and then everyone follows. And so, yeah, obviously there was that, and there was so many other things that I loved about the movie. Obviously, I was not expecting. I'm just such a mess. Everything's just gonna be all over the place. I'm just gonna say, like, obviously, like how I just spoke about the movie quality of it, right? I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. Like, one of the examples that I can give of, like, for example, the lighting in terms of how good it looks, and I can give you a specific example, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys, so I'm gonna try to keep it as spoiler free as possible. Yeah, but like, for example, like in terms of the lighting, obviously, 1000 Year Blood War, it's got like a very dark, drabbish scenery of the backgrounds, right? It's like a very depressing sort of look and feel to the anime. Contrasted with the colourful forms of the stern rail was so good. Like I said, yeah, I will show you, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Other than that, fan service was 10 out of 10. I was not expecting old Bleach fan service to return. I'm talking Yoruichi's ass cheeks were planted everywhere. I was like, yo, I like me some of that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, her form, what was the form again? I forgot the name of it. But it was so good. It's so good. I honestly, I was not expecting them to make that form look as good as they did on screen. Because when I saw it in manga form, I always thought how they would bring that to life, with the way animation is done, it wouldn't exactly look as good, but they just knocked it out of the park, bro. Like, I had nothing to worry about, it was absolutely so good. And the way my man Uraha just kind of slaps it brings it back to normal, that was epic as well. Sadly, I did not see Yoruichi's iconic pose. If you know, you know. What else? I guess I was very surprised to see how upfront they were about Yoruichi's cheeks posted everywhere, sorry. But yeah, I just know you guys are going to love it when you guys eventually see it. Some of my favourite moments, I will say, is, for example, my boy Grimjaw Jagged Jackson's entrance. You heard me, baby? Bro, the way he comes in, like, obviously, I know all us manga readers, we know, like, obviously, how it goes down, right? The way he makes his entrance and does his thing to Askin. Like, that was another part where I couldn't help myself, and I just started hollering, bro, and everyone just started following suit. Yo, Grimjaw, that's my boy. Obviously, the guy next to me, right? He saw my reaction. Obviously, I suppose him and his buddy were super fans as well. So after me, they're just gonna hold themselves and they start screaming as well, like, yo, get it, my boy, great. I was like, yeah, baby. It was so good, so good. So another thing that I liked, I mean, I suppose I was kind of bittersweet about, so I guess I liked it in the end, even though it was like a sad scene. But it was Basby's demise. I suppose a part of me kind of wanted him to end up being alive, and I was kind of hopeful towards the end of last season, because obviously he was, he kind of made it out right with the other Stern Raiders, and because his scene with Renji, that made me laugh so much, and I kind of wanted him to, and Basby and Renji to be a duo. When he says about like, obviously, I saw your hair and I thought you were a nice guy. I know, he goes, none to eat yesterday. I started cracking on that scene. Granted, that's from last season, but I really loved it. And a part of me really wanted him to not end up like Ulquiorra, one of my favourite characters. But, now that I think about it, all my favourite characters, they're all either dead or they were about to die. For example, Byakuya, and we all know how Kubo was trying to kill off Byakuya, and then he was kind of reversed the decision. But regardless, it was so sad what happened to Basby. I love my mans, and F Hashwell all the way, even though Hashwell type of niggas are my favourite type of characters. And just the way he did my boy Basby, bro, that ain't right. Like, we don't mess with that. Justice for my boy Basby, going off of the manga, I don't think they're going to go too much into their story, but I really do hope that they kind of delve into Basby and Hashwell's story further and kind of address Basby's story and kind of bring it to a good conclusion, because the way he just did him, bro, that actually hurt on like a deeper level. Mind you, I've not read all of the 1000-Year Blood War manga deliberately, even though I'm probably on screen showing you right now. I've got the entire manga, got the entire of the light novels. I've got all the, I don't know what the books are called, like the side books, the ones that go into depth explaining the world of Bleach. I'll probably have it all up on screen right now, but I purposely have not read it yet because I kind of wanted to go into this blind. Another thing I liked was the visors, all getting together and doing a multi-shero again with the dark, drab, depressing backdrop of the anime, contrasted with the multi-shero that all the visors do towards Gerard, right? It looks so good, but one of the things that kind of annoyed me was the fact that it didn't really do well. Nothing really came out of that. My boy Gerard just kind of swished him away, like just threw him to the side. Mind you, hollow form is visors is one of my favourite things about Bleach. That's what I loved the most about Bleach back in the days, growing up when I was watching it. So to see Kubo not even acknowledge the fact that, it holds any ground. I get power scaling of the thing, but I don't know, man. The part of me just wanted it to stick a little bit more, just do a little bit more, man, before you get slapped up like that, bro. Like, that was just too disrespectful when I saw my man just go pap, 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 slap my boys into space like freaking Jesse and James. We're blasting off again, looking at, bro. Yeah, but no, regardless, when they did the actual multi-shero, that was so sick. I loved it. And it looked so beautiful as well. When you guys watch it, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. Another was seeing Ichigo and Uryu's dad. Both of them just be like, yo, like, we're dropping in, like, them oral farming, bro, that was too sick. I was actually waiting for them to, like, do their thing and, like, just drop in and let's start causing chaos. Let them know, like, why we're the OG oral farmer. Yeah. Obviously, I was expecting it the entire show, but obviously nothing came out of that, so that was kind of disappointing for them to make an entrance and then not do anything. I'm almost sure that in later episodes they're probably going to show up and do their thing, but obviously, I went to the cinemas and I was kind of expecting them to see him there. And I thought it would be like the Attack on Titan movies where they would stitch some episodes together and have like certain unique special scenes. And that wasn't the case. It was just literally 3 episodes, like to the point where, when episodes start, you see like those special wallpapers with like episode numbers on that. Yeah, they literally had all that. It was just like generic 1, 2, 3 episodes you get to see in cinemas with an interview attached at the end. Oh yeah, mind you, for the interview, I saw all of that as well. Everyone in the cinema just left. And I was the only one that was watching that. But me being the ultra mega super suplex Bleach fan that I Yeah, there was nothing, almost nothing of substance that is worth mentioning here. The most noteworthy thing that I could mention is, I believe it was Kubo speaking about inspiration for Haswolf design that we never get to saw in the manga. Mind you, that is one of my cons, which we will speak of in a second, about my cons about the movie. Yeah, that was kind of interesting to see. Yeah, and there's basically other things about how production was handled and things like that. Just, techie stuff that I won't bore you guys with. Yeah, it was good. The super mega fans, they stuck around for like 3 minutes of the interview, saw that there was nothing and they bounced. I'm like, screw this, bro, I'm staying till the very end. And I would say just deep in all of it, soaking all of it in. Yeah, it was alright. The interview was just, yeah, it was just alright, I suppose. My cons, oh yes. Things that I hated or didn't exactly like. Now, this is something that I understand not a lot of people might agree with, especially newer generation, and it's the fact that I don't like how everything is so fast paced. Like, nothing has time to simmer and just let it sink into your brain. I kind of liked how, in the past, how battle would happen. They would actually speak and converse like real people, bro. And then if there wasn't a resolution, they would continue fighting. And then this would continue until one of the character dies. Which is like exactly how it is in real life. But I feel like nowadays, people just want to see, like, monkeys, bro. They just, like, monkey brain, bro. They just want to see people fight for the sake of fighting. Like, what's the fun of that, bro? Like, it's the best example I can give is, like, you making love to your wife compared to you doing a prostitute. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, where's the fun in that, bro? Like, you're just doing it for the sake of, like, you're just watching it for the sake of watching fight. I'm not really a fan of that. And unfortunately, Bleach has become a victim of that. Just like everything else, mind you. Just like every other form of media. This is not a Bleach problem, mind you. It's just like a current day entertainment problem. Nothing has time to let sink in and simmer. Like, bro, like in the past, every character had their own episode if they were to fight. At most, they would shift scenes onto another fight, kind of see what's going on, have them talk their thing, and then bring it back. But yeah, in these episodes, everyone was just like, okay, like, major fights, mind you, major fights. Boom, 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 he's fought, and then boom, 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 my man's over here fought, and then boom, 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 he's fought over there. Like, it feels so, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I was that one weird kid, right, as a kid. I don't know about weird, but like, I guess I was, so I don't know, maybe not. But I specifically chose Bleach as my anime because I wanted to get lost into the world. My very first anime, I saw that and I started crying. Bro, leave me alone. I was an emotional kid. And I was like, bro, I don't want to ever leave this world. When I first saw anime, right, I want to just lose myself in these beautiful worlds and these stories. So I specifically chose Bleach because it had the most episodes, and I'm like, this is the one I'm going to go with, because I loved every single bit of it, and I actually did lose myself into the world, and this is why I'm so obsessed with Bleach today. Like, I'm just a super fan, because I actually felt like I was bro, my entire career is because of Bleach. My interests and the way I perceive life and the way I do things is because of Bleach. That's been my whole thing. And to see it just kind of condensed, like the entirety of the 1,000-year Blood War, if it was going by all standards, this could have easily been 100, 150, if you want to stretch it out, 200. Bro, some of you guys might hate me for saying this, but I actually did not mind the fillers. I love the fillers, if you wanted to, stretch it with fillers, 200 episodes, without fillers, 100, 150 episodes. Part of me really wanted to see that. But obviously, I get everyone just become like a brain dead dopamine fiend, and they just want to see them action like this and then move on to the next thing. The pacing is such a big thing for me, to the point where I personally wouldn't consider this the best form of Bleach media. That is the only thing stopping it from being a 10 out of 10 for me. And mind you, I am a diehard Bleach fan. I've been in there in the trenches supporting Bleach for time. That's how big of a thing it is for me. And I'll take it a step further and even say it doesn't even feel like the Bleach that I once loved. It looks it sounds, well, even that's debatable, to be honest. A lot of you guys might have my throat for saying this, but I don't even like how the soundtrack even sounds. I love the old soundtrack by who was it again? Shiros. I'll have it on screen. That was one of my major problems with the entirety of, mind you, this is with the entirety of the 1,000-year Blood War, not just directed toward this specific movie. It's just like the entirety of the 1,000-year Blood War. As a matter of fact, I won't even comment on the actual anime moments, because obviously everything is still airing. But once the anime finishes, I do plan on rewatching the whole of 1,000-year Blood War, and that's where I'll get into the meat and potatoes of things. I already know the fast pacing is going to be horrible to watch then, but for now, because I'm watching it as it's airing and the anticipation of wanting to know what's next, I suppose I don't mind it as much right now. Yeah, but when I rewatch it, I just know I'm gonna dread watching it like that. Regardless, I like the final season, and I think it's decent. It's just the pacing is a huge thing for me once again, and that is holding it back from being a 10 out of 10. For everyone else who doesn't mind it, brother, when I tell you you're in for an absolute masterpiece, and I'm not even exaggerating, I promise you it is an absolute masterpiece. Soundtrack is good as well. I suppose it's up to everyone's taste, right? For me, the OG Bleach soundtrack is untouchable, and I'm being dead serious, it's untouchable. And the fact that they went up and touched it, it doesn't have the same oomph to it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's all I got to say about the movie. By the time I upload this, I think there's going to be like a day or 2 or 3 days remaining for it to air for everyone else. For those of you who did not see it in cinemas, yeah, bro, when I tell you guys are in for an absolute blast, I mean it. I'm looking forward to every single one of you's reaction. I can't wait to just scroll on the internet and just listen to you guys just talk about your comments, your reels and whatnot. It's going to be exciting. And yeah, bro, it's like it's a moment, right? You know, you don't always get moments like this, and part of me is very I am very sad, because not to get too sentimental, but like, bro, Bleach has been a major part of my life. You know, it's been there for me when nothing or no one was there for me, right? And it was that one friend that I had, I suppose, that I could watch and just get lost into, bro. It's like, yeah, bro, I'm not even exaggerating. It's like a major part of my life, and to see my GOAT Bleach come to an end, it is a very bittersweet feeling, bro. It is, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I was always against Naruto doing the Boruto thing, but there's a lot of rumors about, you know, that, I suppose, to an extent, with the Hell arc returning, and there's a lot of credible rumors, mind you. I think because of my biasness towards Bleach, I'm starting to become a little bit more open to the idea of that. I'm not yet ready to say goodbye to this world, to the people, you know, the characters I've come to love and know. Brother, I know more about some of these Bleach characters than I know about my own family. Okay, look, maybe that's an exaggeration, but if on the same level, I would say. My boy Byakuya, my boy Renji, you get me? Ulquiorra, one of my favorite characters of all time, in all of media, period. You know, that boy Aizen, oof, yeah, Kyoraku, man. Even the guy from the movie, bro, I forget his names. Like, he's one of, brother, like, when I tell this, Bleach is just peak, man. It's peak. Also, we've been getting so much other things. For example, oh yeah, this actually kind of segments it's into the other news. The new game, Mirror's Edge, I believe it's called. What on earth is going on? Oh my days, it looks so good. However, call me a purist, call me whatever the flip you want, right? I'm just gonna say it, bro. I like the way the OG Bleach, I like the sort of rules that don't get me wrong, right? If you look at my social media, nigga, you know I like my loot. You get me? Like, I like my ecchi, I like my hands, you know what I'm saying? But brother, there's a time and a place for everything. You dig? I don't think, other than outside of the Bleach episodes, or, you know, certain characters mixing their dresses in a certain way. For example, Rangiku, right? She still had a uniform, but it was a certain way, and you know, like, you know, her arrow was kind of showing, you know, her arrowness, her etchiness. But like this with new character in Mirror's Edge, like, she's got the whole thing down. I forgot what you call it, the robe. She got the whole robe down with her brow. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, don't anime-ize. I don't know if that's even a word. Bleach too much. Like, I like the uniqueness of Bleach, if that makes sense. And they're kind of really messing with that, bro. And I don't really like how they're going down that road. Regardless, it seems good in terms of quality level. And the other Bleach game, Bleach Soul Resonance, that's been doing so well. I really like that game as well. I'm going to be honest, I've yet to put time into that game the way I put time into, which one was it called again? Bleach, Dark Souls, was it? Not Dark Souls. Brave Souls, that's it. I've put maybe 1,000 hours into that game in the entirety of my lifetime. I played the heck out of that game. And obviously that was because I wanted to support Bleach, right? You know, there's also new content for that. I believe the 10th or the 11th anniversary, they just announced new forms of Grimjaw, Jacket Jackson, Ulquiorra Cypher. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that as well. I don't know what's going on. And I suppose Bleach is changing, right? Things have got to change. I kind of like where things are going, but at the same time, not really. But yeah, no, I hate what they did to Bleach Rebirth of Souls, bro. It was such a good game. I platinumed it, mind you. I don't think I even made a follow-up with you for that because I was so busy. I platinumed that game. I put so many hours. I played online so much, and then Bandai, being the absolute fucktards that they are, drop support for the game completely. Servers are so demolished that you can't even play a second without it lagging so bad. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that game. I really wish that they do like a Sparking Zero sort of thing to it. I don't know if it's only me. Do you know that graininess in Rebirth of Souls? I wish they kind of addressed that and do like a Sparking Zero sort of Ultimate Neo, whatever the new DLC thing is for Rebirth of Souls. They should really support that, bro, but knowing the bosses that they are, they probably won't. Regardless, man, there's a lot of Bleach content going on. I'm so excited, but at the same time I'm so annoyed. Things don't always go your way, I suppose. You know, we take 10 steps forward and then take 15 steps backwards. So it is what it is. But the movie itself was amazing. You know, as Bleach fans, we've got Bleach content lined up. Some of it's for some people, other parts of it is not, I suppose. So sorry to end on a downer, but it's just, you know, I gotta speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? I can't just, you know, be a shill and just kind of accept everything. You know, like everyone else and like all these other YouTubers. I really like the fact that I get to have my say on the matter and be unique, even if that costs me views or whatever. The channel is for me speaking my piece. But other than that, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, let me know. We can converse in the comments, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys again. Peace. Johnny.
I know the